Good day and welcome to another edition of the National Agenda, your one-stop show that discusses all pressing national issues. Today, we have a pressing national issue to tackle: sports betting and gambling amongst our youth. I have two special people in the studio today to help me delve deep to discuss this matter. But before that, my name is Samuel Ofobi Bamfo, your host. Stick and stay with me. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. So I'll go straight to introduce to you my guest. So my first guest is Reverend Opoku Mensah from the Church of Pentecost Youth Ministry, and he has written extensively on this topic and is seeking to ensure that there is policy changes on this issue to help curb the impact of gambling and sports betting amongst our youth. Joining him today is Dr. Joseph Kobla Wemako. He is the Executive Director for the Human Rights Reporters Ghana, HRRG, and the convener for Ghana CSO's platform on SGDs with regards to the youth. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, Reverend, let me start with you.
Yeah.
I am honored to have you on the show today to discuss this particular pressing issue affecting the youth in this country.
Sure.
Sports betting and gambling, to be precise, looks as though it's something that may not have tremendous impact. But over the past few years, we have seen, without doubt, that it is becoming a canker and something that if we as a country do not seek to resolve it, we would end up losing a lot when it comes to the youth involved and its economic impact on us. What are your initial thoughts on this, Reverend?
Yeah, thank you so much for, I think it is a wonderful time being on your show. And you see, one of the things that we need to understand is this thing that I see it as a trap that the government, stakeholders, when I talk of stakeholders, we are looking at the betting industry or the gaming industry, and also the youth are now, in a way, trying to unravel whether we are falling in it. The youth have already fallen in it. And the government appears to be playing also around it as to how to get the youth out of it or let them remain there.
I mean, we've seen governmental policies where one government comes in and places betting tax, and then another government uses it as a campaign promise and then takes it off, and people end up voting for them. So you're right if you say that the government is trying to see if we can fit in or not.
Then the gaming industry is also making huge amount of money out of the whole system. So we have three people in interplay over here.
Okay.
The youth, the government, and the betting industry. Whilst they are making their money and the youth are on the other hand suffering. Then the government is also tries to play like the middleman. Enjoying some profits somewhere, at the same time appears to be on the side of the youth. Meanwhile, we are not doing anything about it. Yeah.
Wow, that's very fair. Let me come to you, Doc. From the human rights perspective, you have been an activist, seeing to it that human rights issues are upheld. Where do you stand on this conversation?
So, like you said earlier on, okay, first of all, thank you very much for having me, and for your viewers also watching. Yeah, kudos to all your viewers. Yeah. So, like you rightly said, it has become a canker. I agree with you because when you come to exploitation, I would say that gambling is more like an exploitative form of game. Which the youth are being affected because they are the one targeted aggressively. And we are talking about their development, we are talking about youth empowerment. We are talking about their protection.
Okay.
So these three things for the youth are being affected all because of this game. So I stand with you, I stand with the Reverend that it is, predatory, it is dangerous because you are talking about psychological well-being of the youth. You are talking about mental health. You are talking about physical health. all these things are at risk, and the youth cannot develop well, they cannot be empowered, they cannot be protected, because it goes to affect them. You are talking about disruption of education. You are talking about financial stress. You are talking about addiction. All these three things combined tells you that it is harmful, very risky, a risky game for them. But the fact remains that unemployment is an issue.
Exactly what I was about to talk to you about, because it looks as though this is affecting us more. And if we have a lot of our youth, losing huge sums of their economic power, I mean money, to gambling, to betting, but yet we as a country, we have stakeholders like the government who seek to be even making things easier for them, then where do we stand? Because so many youth are unemployed as we speak.
So I would say that in a way we are violating or abusing the right of the youth. Yes, because
and what do you mean if you say that?
It doesn't inure to their benefit in any way. It is because they are struggling and they thought that, that is a way to make a living. But it is dangerous. It is just like you putting a gun before your child, saying that, gun is able to protect them, but still they can use it to do something that will endanger them. So you have to weigh the risk and you have to weigh the value of the benefits.
Okay.
And when you weigh the two, you realize that no, it's a dire situation.
All right, Reverend, you have been writing, you've been an author of certain books that seeks to bring an end to the issue of gambling and sports betting.
Sure.
I am tempted to ask, what actually motivated you to go into writing these stories?
Yeah, thank you once again. And so it happened about 5 years ago, that is 2020. When I was tasked to research into it and do some articles on it. I was then in Takoradi acting as the Pensa Traveling Secretary for the Church of Pentecost. And during that time, I saw students do it. So I intentionally took it upon myself to research into it. Then I wrote my first article, which was published in one of the church's publications, that is School of Apologetics newsletter.
Okay.
Then in 2022, I wrote another one, which was also published on the Church of Pentecost website. That is a real look at sports betting, a Christian response. So after writing this, then my youth director said that the way and manner in which the youth are struggling, because currently I can tell you for a fact that every 2 weeks, at least every 2 weeks, I get people being referred to me that I need to help them come out of it. And I saw that the whole thing, it is only a few people who are really enjoying, or should I say that the few that are winning
from the government,
the few that are winning, the whole media houses splash it around as if it is a lucrative something. Meanwhile, a lot of people are harboring inwardly their struggles,
the pain of losing huge sums of money,
and some are even committing suicide and other things. Recently, if you remember, the minister of youth and sports, the minister of youth, came out to say that about 68% of our youth are now suffering from depression, all because of this sports betting or gambling. And so the depression that is going on, and when I was the traveling secretary, I could even count the number of people, the number of students I have to pay their school fees. They will come and tell you that they have not paid their school fees, and for that matter, they are not going to write the exams. And so you would have pity on them. But later on, after paying for them, you would dive into the issue and you realize that the money was given to them by their parents, and they used it to bet. Currently, I'm handling one young gentleman who is in one of the medical schools. I don't want to mention the name of the school.
That's fine.
And this guy has spent over 120,000 already on sports betting. His school fees, he has sold 2 laptops, 2 iPhones, and right now he's surrounded with debt because he comes to you, he borrows money, he goes here, he borrows money, and now when he goes to the practical room, he's in level 500. in the medical school. Very soon he would be completing. But right now, when he gets to the lab where they are doing practicals and other things, he said that I can't even study, I cannot concentrate because everything. And one of the things about this betting issue is that if someone is addicted, you may not know. By the time you would get to know, then it has gotten to the worst stage. Because we call it the silent addiction. And it is very, very destructive. Because when somebody enters, you may not know. One of the ones that is also another form of betting that is also booming right now is Aviator. And this Aviator is more or less like you are a pilot controlling an airplane or an aircraft. And this aircraft, the more it goes up high, then you are also gaining a lot of money. So when it comes down, or your aircraft get lost in the atmosphere.
To Jawa.
Yeah.
That's the right word. My viewers, I know you know what he's talking about. Aviator. Then it's gone. That one. We'll come to that.
And so
let's continue.
People are into that one also. And now the media houses have also started something. Star 241 hash, star and Chanedi and whatever, Medisika, whatever. These things are really, really now crippling the working force of the nation and preventing them to work. So looking at all these things, I sat down and I said that no, it appears right now the government seems or appears to be enjoying some form of profit. So they are adamant at speaking to it. Then again, for the sports betting industry, they are making huge sums of money out of it. And so for them also, they don't want to do anything. All that they want to do is they would want to rather advertise for more people to come.
To do it.
Then the youth who are vulnerable, they have nowhere to go. So now I come in to say that, okay, what can I also do as a young person
right. So Reverend,
to help my brothers?
We'll get there on the issue of what you can actually do and what we will commend. But let me come back to you, Doc. What do you think that the country can do, especially the government? We have seen in so many campaign promises. I personally am fond of this current president for some reasons. For reasons that he's doing everything possible to make sure that the youth in this country have a better living condition. Do you think this is one of the things that the president should relook at, especially with the fact that he lifted the taxes that was placed on betting?
Yes, I agree with you because I agree with you. It has to be looked at. But the problem is, the space is unregulated. We are not seeing strong regulation.
But we understand that there's a gaming commission and then there's also the National Lotteries Authority.
Yes,
all these things sometimes happen
yes, but the regulation is not strict. And aggressive advertising or marketing targeting the young people. They use platforms where the young people usually patronize. We know about TikTok, we know about this, that. With regards to the reference on these 7star 712, they say luck is everywhere. So you can read meaning.
So the average Ghanaian kid can sing to it.
That's right.
You, they make it so friendly, youth friendly, that you may see it as something attractive you want to go inside. But it's a deadly plot. Because once you move in that into that realm, coming back, you get addicted.
Because you spoke about some psychological impact and all that. And Reverend has also reaffirmed.
Myself, I have been a victim because, and it is not something that I do because I feel I don't have the luck. But that day, I wanted to bet on two. It's a football betting,
game. I mean, that's even the avenue that they get them all the time.
Yes. And my team for the first time had won. So I was happy. I used all the money. The next one, when I got it, the next team, all my money,
it's gone.
It's gone.
So all that you won went away.
Yes. So there I knew that this one, and I am somebody very smart. Once that thing happened to me, the edge has ceased. I saw myself as I'm not lucky. But what about other people who would do everything humanly possible to make sure, even if they have to go and borrow or even steal, money placed at the expense to keep for them, for someone they may touch that money and use it, thinking that. And it happened. It was in the news some time ago. There was this staff who stole the company's money and he uses it to play bets. And he thought that, oh, maybe when he wins, he wins, it will return the money. But unfortunately, it goes the other way around. And as at today, this guy is in jail. So it is this addiction. It's very tempting. So you see the aggressive advertising. They are so, how do I put it? They are so deliberate. They are so conscious that whatever they do, and they know the programs where the youth usually monitor, they know the platforms that they will put it. And you know, the youth they are gullible. Yeah. They can be easily swayed, influenced, and how they couch it. So like I said, regulation is key. Strict regulation, we haven't seen that play. So government can use policies, be deliberate with regulation, and also there can be review to see how these betting companies are doing. If they feel that it is,
are they even paying anything to the government in the first
Yes,
place?
they pay tax. They pay tax, but what they earn is huge.
Okay. Reverend, you wanted to take a bite on that.
For the tax companies, though right now the government has taken off the 10% betting tax, but the tax companies, the betting companies, they are still paying 20% to the government. So upon all that they win, they are paying 20% to the government. So still the government is getting something. So as Doctor said, we need, you see, the government should go far beyond the taxation to comprehensive regulation and enforcing strict verification with real consequences to operators who violate the law. One of the things that is happening is, from my research, I found out that as people as low as 12 years are betting.
Wow.
12 years.
And that is illegal.
Yes.
So how do we check that?
Yes, that is the issue. The operators, because they are making money out of it, they are not checking it. And who is in charge? Who has the government placed in charge to even check this thing? So the gaming and betting industry is there. The
Gaming Commission,
the Gaming Commission, National Lottery Authorities, they are also there. But who have been tasked to go to these centers to check
if kids are there?
That's right. And right now, even they need not to get to the center. They can be in the comfort of their homes, get any Android phone, get some mobile money on it, and that's all.
Reverend, then from how you are explaining it, and then I think it's even key that we allow the Ministry of Communication to even come in.
That's
because in recent times we've been told so many times, countless times, that if you sit in the comfort of your home and you insult any public official, they can track you. I believe the same system can be used to track individuals who are not up to 18 and are involved in betting and gambling. Because if you start at age 12, by the time you are 18, you're already addicted.
The whole issue is people hide behind the screens to do a lot of things. Because when I pick my phone and let's say I want to register on a betting app, and they ask me of my age and I quote anything, how are you going to check?
Yes. I see.
And that is one thing. And so, as you have said, the government needs to start public health approach to sensitization of our members on the ill effects of this betting. Other than that, a lot of people, I know people who are currently in the psychiatric hospital, all because, you see, some of them also will tell you that it is an investment. But if you tell me it's an investment, there are two people. I am investing maybe in a lucrative job. You are also investing in sports betting. Fine. Okay. But at the end of the day, I will sleep after a football match results has been declared. But you may not sleep after the match. So it tells you it tells you that this one is not an investment.
Psychological.
I'll come back to you. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, so I was going to stress on enforcing age restriction, limiting advertising during youth-dominated programs, and ensuring digital safeguards and holding companies accountable. And then we have to also be deliberate in what schools, parents, and community leaders must also be responsible, to empower, to educate young people about financial literacy and responsible decision making.
Okay.
Yes, so that's why you
look,
say
let me
education.
ask this follow-up question. What would be your response to those who say that this is a form of entertainment? Because it looks as though the youth start by seeing it as a form of entertainment and they end up getting hooked onto it. How would we respond to these assertions? I'll come back to you on the same question.
So in the first place, you should, before you even start going into something, you should sit down and analyze what will come out of it. What is the end benefit? You weigh the tools, you weigh the two pros, whether it is going to be beneficial or destructive. Okay, if it's going to be beneficial, what do I stand to gain? If it's going to be destructive, what will be after? What will happen after?
Okay.
So weighing the two, you know that no, this is a zone you shouldn't enter.
Okay.
Because you are thinking about earning something.
Okay.
But what will happen to you in the end? In the end, your life, you cannot even sleep. You can't think, because if the thing is so subtle, so exploitative, so how do I put it? Predatory. Predatory gambling, something that you may want to use your everything. People are using their houses, their cars. That's Imagine you wake up and you are losing your car or your house on a day you are betting on
because
a match.
Of a game.
Yes,
a game that you don't have control over.
And in the end, what becomes of you, your life?
All right. So let me come back to you, Reverend. Is this even entertainment in the first place?
Let me give you one of the quotes in my second book. That is 150 godly golden quotes.
150
godly golden quotes.
Godly golden quotes
on sports betting.
Okay.
I've written that sports betting turns spectators into stakeholders, but the price of admission is often more than one can afford to lose. So, if you count the cost before you invest, then you will see that it is not an entertainment. Any entertainment, which at the end of the day leaves you more worsened off, because we entertain ourselves to relieve ourselves of some stress.
Entertainment has some good psychological
That's
impacts.
right. But an entertainment that will lead me into depression, into a more psychological effect, is not an entertainment. So I was going to watch the football as a spectator. Now I become a stakeholder. It's more or less like I am even on the field, because I have invested in it, or I have placed my money in it, and I want the referee to at least do something. I want the players to do something at all costs. Other than that, I am losing it out. This is not an entertainment.
So thank you very much. Let me just ask a simple question. It looks as though that everything that we are doing when it comes to betting and gambling is basically depending on revenue generation. So we as a people are losing our youth.
That's right.
Their life, their better living condition, their sound mind, to the zeal to want to make money. But we can also attest to the fact that jobs are not there for the youth. Jobs are not there. People will graduate from school and will stay home, and there's nothing available for them to do.
It's a problem.
Not everybody can be that industrious to start something on their own. Not everybody may have the opportunity to do certain things. How can we strike a thin line between the issue of revenue generation and even regulation, with a backdrop or with the understanding that there's no job for the youth? How can we do this?
As for the betting, we cannot get rid of it. We cannot restrict it. It has to, let me put it that way, because of our situation. When you go to other countries, China and other countries, they have banned it. But today you see Chinese in the country playing casino.
Yes, and surprisingly,
and they make a lot of money.
It doesn't happen in the country, but they are here doing it. And I'm like,
that's right.
How is that possible? So basically, our regulators are failing us.
That one is true. There is no proper monitoring of the sector. There are online platforms that people go, like Reverend rightly said, that you can even change your age so that you can be. So if we say they should enforce age restrictions,
how do we even determine that?
Exactly. So there has to be a deliberate monitoring of the system. Those that go on online platforms.
I get it. Reverend, I'm still asking, I'm still asking. There's no job for the youth.
Okay.
See, we have over 35 million Ghanaians as we speak, and about 60% of them are youth, and they are watching us.
That's right.
Some don't agree with you actually, and it's basically because there's no job available for them to do.
That's right.
That's just the point. There's no job available for them to do, because if there was a job available, I don't think that some would even do that, because basically for some is some quick money they need to turn around, and they end up getting addicted. What do we do as a country?
Yeah, thank you so much. So we perfectly understand the situation. You see, one of the things that I was saying with the government is that when you look at the figures that the government places outside there, when it comes to unemployment rate, it says it is 5.4.
5.4, yeah.
But in reality, it is 38.8%.
Huge.
That is what is showing from data, the data that have been gathered. It is 38. So we understand unemployment is on the rise. Then again, in every 10 unemployed people in Ghana, the youth form 7. So when you pick 10 unemployed people, the youth are forming 7. Yes. So we understand perfectly. But that does not mean we should enter there. At least the government is doing their part. I think we can also rise to the task and do something for ourselves. I thank God for the TVET and other things, the STEM that has come out. I think it is going to enhance and also bring a lot of creativity in the system, where now people will graduate from school and they'll begin to do something. Then I can say that by the grace of God, God has blessed Ghana so much. God has blessed Ghana. One of the things that even can help us is that if you complete school, enter into some volunteering work. And that will pave a lot of way for you. Though it is a gradual process, but you don't know where it will land you.
Okay.
So offer yourself. Maybe you have completed the nursing school. You don't have any, the government has not employed you. Get to maybe a private hospital, a clinic somewhere. Say that I've completed. I want to assist you. Okay. Definitely, at the end of the month, they will never leave you like that.
Exactly.
They will get you something. Let us try and get something doing. Even if it is sachet water or bottled water, let us sell. Gradually, you'll be able to make it, because the cost of betting cannot be compared to the gradual process. So you acquiring money gradually and building it, you yourself, you see that you are more satisfied, because this thing, when you enter into it, it is very, very difficult. Listen, by the grace of God, I've been helping people come out of a lot of addictions, like masturbation, homosexuality, even those engaging prostitution and other things. Okay. But one of the ones that I have had serious challenges is betting. Oh,
it becomes a lifestyle.
Because you see, the Bible says that money is God. Money is a God. Money is a God. And so he says that you cannot worship God and mammon. That is money.
Okay.
So God compares himself to money. So it means that if somebody is not worshiping God, the person can go and worship money. And when money, that is why they can say that money is blood. Sikai moja. And so, and everybody wants money. And right now, I see that faith communities, in one way or the other, in quotes, has also not helped the system in one way.
Reverend, I want to ask a very simple question.
Yeah. Is it blunt?
See, we are talking about reforms and everything.
That's right.
You appreciate all the challenges that exist. Don't you think that betting could be a source of revenue? Maybe the government can relook at it and make it a form of a proper or regular employment for the youth. Where, for instance, these betting companies could have some sort of PPP, private-public partnerships with the government, where they can employ people. Because, for you know, these companies are also employing some youth.
Okay.
Who are not probably investing their money, but they are working for this company. Don't you think you can look at it from that point?
Let me tell you something. The odds are never in your favor. For the betting companies, whatever you do, before even the first whistle is blown, they have already won. The companies have already won. Number two, let me tell you this also. Every one Ghanaian cedi that the government makes out of betting, they spend 90 pesos on administration advertisement of this betting. So virtually it is only 10 pesos that the government is getting. Compare the 10 pesos to the 90 pesos that has gone down the drain. And when it comes to now, recently I was looking at something, researching, and I saw that the betting companies spent over 200 million Ghana cedis, that is $17 million on advertisement. Meanwhile, if you look at the government's when it comes to public health education on the side effects of betting, we are doing, you see, the money they are pushing over the dwarfs the government's effort to even bring it down. So for me, yes, you can say that it is a form of employment, but an employment where the cost outweighs the gains, I don't think is a lucrative employment. And so the government can do a lot of things. Was it yesterday? I was listening to the newspaper review, and I heard that the Minister of Foreign Affairs was saying that they are going to create passport centers in all the districts. And I said, wow, this is a bravo. Because if, let's say, in all the 270 something districts that we have, we are going to have passport centers. And if each of them is employing 10 people to work, at least it will minimize it. So let us not concentrate all the government machinery in one place. Let us disseminate them to various regions, various districts, various metropolitan assemblies, so that we can employ people over there. Then again, let us also look at our basket, where we put our money in, where the government is looking or really investing our resources. If we think it is not the best, let us change it and rather create more jobs for our young people.
Right, thank you very much.
When we do it like that, I think it is going to.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to you, then we wrap up.
Sure.
We are leaving. What will be your last words to the youth and to policymakers?
So the youth, I think they have to also be deliberate. At least you can do something for yourself, like what Reverend rightly said. You come out of school, try and volunteer, engage yourself in community work, social work. See how best you can support your people at home, support your community. I mean, do something. If it has to be selling some pure water to raise some money. Don't see yourself as, oh, I have gone to, further my education. I now have a degree. I'm a degree holder, so I need a white collar job to be able to make it.
Certainly.
No, it doesn't work like that. You have to start from somewhere. We have NGOs,
like the one you belong to.
Yes,
I even know you have an upcoming project on human rights.
Yeah.
Probably maybe you can give us just a snippet of it.
Okay, you are talking about International Human Rights Day.
Exactly.
We are holding a conference, a national civil society conference, to mark the UN at 80 and also to commemorate the UN, the International Human Rights Day.
Okay.
And you see people like Reverend Canon, Dr. Lawrence Tete, who is a special guest of Anna. Myself, I'll be delivering a keynote address together with Dr. The ACT Foundation Executive Director, Joamina Abuaji. And also we have Sarah, what's her name? She's the managing director for EIB Network. Her name is Nana Ya Sewasapon. Yeah, EIB Network.
So hopefully, even though I know your topics are already made up, but this is one of the issues that you should take time and then mention. Since you are going to give a keynote speech, we'll be very glad.
I'm focusing my speech on the youth and how they can help achieve the UN SDGs.
Exactly, because Reverend, come to think of it, for us to be able to even achieve what is even on the Sustainable Development Goals, we must make sure that our youth or the Ghanaian people do not suffer these kind of harm that come as a result of even gambling and betting. Because at the end of the day, it ends up making them poor based on your research.
That's right.
And as part of the SDGs, we must make sure that the Ghanaian people do not remain poor. They have access to certain things. So we'll be glad if you can state some mentions or on some of these issues.
Yes, definitely.
Would really
in my
appreciate it.
speech, I'll be delving into unemployment, how
Certainly.
the youth has been left without being involved in the government and the decision-making process, their contributions.
Certainly. Certainly.
Enormous. Yeah,
Certainly.
I'll be outlining, highlighting all this.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
we'll see how best, based on that, a lot of things will come out, and then we'll see how,
it goes. Thank you so much, Doc, for that wonderful conversation. Reverend, we're leaving your last words. What do you have for the youth and the policymakers?
Ghanaian youths are not the problem.
Okay.
They are very intelligent, creative, ambitious people who deserve better than a system that profits from their desperation. The system is profiting from their desperation. They are ambitious people, but the system itself is not working for them, but rather profiting from their desperation. The betting trap can be broken, but only if Ghana chooses its youth over industry profits. So the youth are on the other hand, and the industry profits is also on the other.
From your research, you are saying that the stakeholders of the country are interested in what they will benefit.
They are interested
instead of the lives of the youth.
In the industry profits instead of the youth. They are interested in long. You see, the whole thing is whether Ghana is ready to choose long-term prosperity over short-term revenue. And when I talk of short-term revenue, the profit they are making from the betting industry, whether Ghana is ready to forgo genuine or false hope as against genuine opportunities. And we have our youth as our greatest resource. And it is a great opportunity.
I see.
My question to the general public is Ghana willing to make that choice before another generation falls into the trap? So our generation, we can say that we have already fallen into it. Are we ready to make the decision of choosing the youth over industry profits, long-term prosperity over short-term revenue, or genuine opportunity over false hope? Which one do you want us to choose? I think this one would help us if you want to really understand the issues about sports betting and gaming and gambling in the country. Get my couplet book.
Okay.
God willing, it will be launched on the 14th. That is come Sunday.
Okay.
It will be launched on the 14th.
Is that the 150 godly golden quotes?
There are two books.
Okay.
That is why it is couplet.
Okay.
One is the trend of sports betting and gaming among the youth, a Christian apologetic response. Then 150 godly golden quotes on betting. Now, when you get these two books, I think it is going to help you. It will get you informed. Even if you have been addicted, it will get you out. There are some people who are also, you see, the Christian fraternity is divided on this. We have one group which is saying, oh, there is nothing wrong with it. Yeah. And so even their ministers, they predict matches for the congregation to stake. Another group.
You see, I was going to go there. I just wanted you to finish up because we've seen some religious leaders even give
numbers.
Yeah, and who are we to judge them? Because they can see.
Yeah.
And they give it out and it works for the youth.
Yeah. And so that is one. Another group is holding an ambivalent position about the whole thing. If you do it, fine. If you don't do it, fine.
Confusing.
Then the third group says that no. And we have given responses to all these people. How people can stay away from it because of the negative effect and even the harm that it is causing.
So Reverend, you are saying that even when our pastors tell us that I have seen that Real Madrid is going to score Barcelona 2-0 or Black Stars is going to win the World Cup. And they say that this one that is God that is telling me. So please take advantage of it. He didn't tell us to go and stick betting. Okay. But I listened to this man and I believe in him and what the altar that works for you, and I believe in God, and I choose to go and stick and it works for me. How about that?
All right, let me leave you with this. Jeremiah 17:11 says,
one of the quotes,
like a partridge that hatches egg it did not lay are those who gain riches by unjust means. When their lives are half gone, their riches will desert them, and in the end they will prove to be fools. Jeremiah 17:11. I leave you with it. You just
That's
ponder
a
over
strong
it.
quote.
This is from the
Biblical
Bible.
quote, yeah.
So if you, the minister, you continue to lead people astray,
Okay.
whilst you know all these things,
Okay.
that wealth gained from unjust means is like a partridge laying, brooding over eggs that it did not lay. At the end of the day, you prove to be a fool, and you will continue to lead the youth astray. I wouldn't say anything.
Jeremiah
17:11.
11.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much for the wonderful discussion. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your time and your effort. I'm sure my viewers would really appreciate whatever we've discussed. So we just heard from Reverend Opoku Mensah from the Church of Pentecost Youth Ministry and Dr. Joseph Kobler Wemako, who is the Executive Director for the Human Rights Reporters Ghana. This has been the national agenda, and you know how the conversation has been today. It's been very fruitful, very interesting. Look, let's get interactive on this matter. I know that you are boiling to talk. Please, let us know whatever you have to say. I always say on this show that whatever you say, whatever comment you put out there, one of these days will be aired on the show. If it means that we bring these gentlemen back to the studio to discuss some of the things that you've mentioned, please, let's get interactive. On YouTube is the national agenda. On TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, the national agenda. Please, you never know. I am emphasizing, I'm reiterating that. Let's get interactive. If we have to bring them back, we would bring them back. And please don't forget the Jeremiah 17:11. Please, this one there, it's
should go and
obvious.
memorize
Please go and memorize it.
and then reflect on it.
Today we've gone to church a little bit.
That's right.
We've gone to church a little because in as much as we are trying so hard to reshape the thinking of our Ghanaian
That's
people
right.
and our culture, we need to also pay heed to our faith because that is what actually defines us. I believe that Ghana is a culturally and a religious pluralistic
That's right.
country that allows all these things to happen. And as a matter of fact, when our rule of law fails, when our politics fails us, it is the faith and culture that binds us together. So thank you so much. My name has been, or would always be, Samuel Ofowibanfo, and this once again was or is the National Agenda. See you in another episode.